In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on March 16, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Dallas Mavericks versus Brooklyn Nets. The Dallas Mavericks travel to the Barclays Center for an inter-conference showdown with the Brooklyn Nets tonight. The Mavericks won a thriller 95-92 in Boston on Sunday night. The Nets drubbed the Magic on the road, 150-108. Looking at the betting trends, the 76ers are 9-4 against the spread in their last 13 road games, 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games following a loss, and 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The Cavaliers are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games as an underdog, and 9-2 against the spread in their last 11 home games against a team with a winning road record. The Mavericks will again be without Theo Pinson, Marquise Chris, Reggie Bullock, and Tim Hardaway Jr., while the Nets will be without Kyrie Irving and LaMarcus Aldridge. While Cam Thomas and Seth Curry are both listed as day-to-day, the Brooklyn Nets are starting to put things together and looking good, but they're on the end of a back-to-back here and now go back home, where they'll be without Kyrie and possibly others. The Dallas Mavericks have the rest advantage and are the healthier team. The Mavericks are also 20-12-1 against the spread on the road. You can make an argument for either side here, as the Nets could still easily win without Irving, but the Mavericks are 6-0-1 against the spread in their last 7 road games, while the Nets are 4-21-1 against the spread in their last 26 home games. The Mavericks also rank 6th in the league in defensive efficiency, while the Nets rank 18th in that category. Given the Nets' undermanned roster and on the end of a back-to-back, the Mavericks have the clear edge here. So Dallas Mavericks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Mavericks come into this game dead last and pace through 68 games this season. Luka Doncic is questionable with a hamstring injury, and the Nets are coming off a back-to-back. Dallas is one of the premier defensive teams in the NBA, and they will showcase that, especially if Luka opts to sit with the hamstring injury. The total number has gone under in 4 of Brooklyn's last 6 games this season. This has all the makings of a low-scoring defensive battle. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Portland Trail Blazers versus New York Knicks. The New York Knicks play host to the Portland Trail Blazers on tonight from Madison Square Garden. The two have already met once this season, with the Trail Blazers coming away with the 9-point win at home back in February. Portland comes limping into this one, having lost 7 of their last 8. For New York, they've lost back-to-back games heading into this one, and finding any sort of consistency has been a struggle for this group. Over the last 10 meetings, Portland has won 8, and they'll be looking to find a much-needed win in this one. The Trail Blazers are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 road games and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 games overall. The Knicks are 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 home games and 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The under is 4-1 in Trail Blazers' last 5 Wednesday games. The over is 8-3 in Knicks' last 11 overall. The Trail Blazers are 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in New York and 2-5 against the spread in the last 7 meetings. The Portland Trail Blazers are a tough team to get behind, as their injuries are piling up, and they're losing their last 5 games by an average of 19 points. The New York Knicks aren't a team that you're going to find as a double-digit favorite very often, but they're winning their last 5 games by an average of 12 points while the defense has improved. New York is just 3-3 straight up over its last 6, but the Knicks are 6-0 against the spread in those same 6. In contrast, Portland has failed to cover the number in 6 of its last 8, and when playing against New York, the Trail Blazers have covered the nut in just 2 of the last 7. Portland has a completely new roster and is also missing its leading scorer Damian Lillard and leading rebounder Jusuf Nurkic. Thick line and the Knicks are hard to trust, but the Trail Blazers are getting their heads bashed in nightly, so the New York Knicks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The story of this matchup will be the offensive side of things, as Portland comes in 23rd in the league in scoring and New York comes in 27th. The lackluster effort by both of these teams throughout the season continues to leave quite a bit to be desired. Adding in that the Trail Blazers are without the majority of their double-figure scorers, questions remain how they'll operate on offense. especially against a New York defense that is 8th in the league in scoring defense. Additionally, for Portland, the under is 5-0 in their last 5 games against a team with a losing straight-up record and is 4-1 in their last 5 Wednesday games. For New York, the under is 4-0 in their last 4 games against a team with a losing straight-up record. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Phoenix Suns vs. Houston Rockets. The Phoenix Suns travel to the Toyota Center for a Western Conference road matchup with the Houston Rockets tonight. The Suns are having a majestic season, running away with the top seed in the West. The Rockets have been in a long and painful rebuild for the last 3 seasons. Phoenix will be on the second leg of a back-to-back for this matchup with the Rockets. They are playing their best basketball of the season, which is impressive considering they have been without Chris Paul for the last month. The Rockets are one of the worst teams in the NBA on both sides of the ball, and although Phoenix is on a back-to-back, they have more than enough juice on their bench to defeat Houston's G League lineup. The Suns have won a whopping 14 of their last 16 road games. The Suns will again be missing Cameron Johnson, Chris Paul, and Gabriel Lundberg, while the Rockets have listed Eric Gordon as questionable for this one. The Suns are playing this one on 0 days rest, but they are clearly the team in better form compared to the Rockets, who have won just 2 of their last 17 games overall. The Houston Rockets have been more competitive lately, but they're still 12-20 against the spread at home and lose in the underdog role by an average of 11 points. The Phoenix Suns win in the favorite role by an average of 9 points, and they're 19-12 against the spread on the road. Phoenix has not covered the number well of late at 4-8, but is coming off of a 29-point victory over the Lakers. Prior to playing New Orleans in the first half of a back-to-back on Tuesday, Phoenix continues to play without its star point guard Chris Paul, but Deandre Ayton is back, and the Suns are 2-0 against the spread over the last 3. Houston has failed to cover the nut in 15 of its last 21. The line is a little hefty, but the Suns are 24-9 against the spread in the last 33 meetings in Houston, and I think that trend continues here. So Phoenix Suns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Houston is one of the worst defensive teams in the NBA and has been since the start of the season. They give up the most points per game at the highest field goal percentage and are the worst rebounding team in the NBA. They are second in pace and turn the ball over at a whopping 16.5% rate. This has led to teams putting up massive scoring totals against them, and that will be the case when they face the conference-leading Suns. The total number has gone over in 11 of Phoenix's last 16 games and 4 of their last 6 facing Western Conference opponents. The Suns are averaging 114 points per game and 113 points per game on the road. They averaged 121 points per game in their last 3 games against the Rockets. With Houston giving up 118 points per game at home, the Suns will go over their average in this game. The Rockets are averaging 109 points per game and 111 points per game at home. They averaged 107 points per game in their last 3 games against the Suns. With Phoenix giving up 106 points per game on the road, the Rockets will score enough points to push the score. Plus, the Rockets and Suns played over the total in 4 of their last 5 meetings. So over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.